Hi, my name's Alan Fair. I'm from a company called Contact. What I'm hoping to go over today is how to identify keywords that are potentially not getting enough traffic that you can focus your SEO, search engine optimization, on to then boost that keyword up the rankings and get more actual traffic. One of the first things you'll need to do is make sure that you have your Google Analytics actually synced with your webmaster tools. Now, not everybody has this set up, but it's definitely recommended. Both are free services, as it says here, from Google. So all you need to do is just set up the accounts. So if you go through this, it will take you through and help you, set up both the Google Analytics account, then the webmaster tools, and then setting up, the actual connection between the two, which is vital, especially this last bit. You need to make sure you go into the properties, Google, the analytic properties, and then actually enable the profile and save it. Once you've done that, everything will be then synced, which is great. So when you log into your webmaster tools and you go to search traffic and search queries, what's great about this is it shows you all the queries that people are actually searching or putting into Google to search for your products or your services. Now, Google took away the keywords directly within analytics, which caused a huge storm, but what a lot of the people didn't realize was that there was a lot of the data still in here. So this is quite vital, basically, to you being able to effectively find out what people are searching for. It gives you the number of impressions, number of clicks, the click-through rate, and the average position. Now, what's not great with this system is that to try and find the ones between position 5 and 10 can be a bit of a hassle. Even if you make it 500 rows and then change the average position so that it gives you this, you're going to go through quite a number of screens to just find the ones between. And although you can download the table here, then pulling it into Excel and then having to find all the ones in between, it's a bit of a hassle in doing all of that. So a quicker way of doing that is by pulling the information into analytics. So when you go into acquisition, you go into search engine optimization here, and then queries. So again, we have the list here. I'll just expand this a little bit more. So we've got some more data. So again, you get the queries coming in here. You've got the impressions, the clicks, the average positions, and the click-through rate. So what's different about this? You can obviously again do the you have to click twice to get it to go from the 1 to 0, 1.0 all the way up to the highest one. But again, you're clicking through and trying to find the ones that are between, say, position 5 and 10, which is what we really want to identify. So what you can do is there's this little advanced button bit here. If you click on that, you get this little filter box, and what we want to do is filter by a metric. So we want to filter by the average position, and we want it greater than 5. We want to add another metric, and we want the average position again, and we want it to be less than 10. So effectively what that does is it says include all the information that's in the average position that's greater than position 5, and include all the average position that's less than 10. So it will basically filter between these two. So if we click apply, you'll see right away that this is now filtered. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still 1340 actual keywords, but now it's 1340 that's between position 5 and 10, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, obviously trying to find good keywords in here, you can't really go by the number of impressions in that you want to know, for example, with Mother of the Groom, how many people are actually searching for it rather than number of impressions that are showing. Obviously it's good that we've got 1600 impressions, 110 clicks. It's in position 6.1, so it's got a click-through rate of 6.88. Obviously we want to increase this number from 6.1 ideally up to the top 3, because what will happen is out of that 1600 impressions, we'll probably manage to increase our number of clicks by quite a margin. So that's great, but we also want to be able to identify keywords that could maybe be used in blog posts or social media. So what I normally do is once I've filtered them down, I export them as a CSV. I then open up this, I'll just tidy this up a wee bit, and then from here what you would normally do is look for the keywords by maybe using find. So for example, you can either scan through, so right now I can look at Mother Bride UK, outfits UK, and go, okay, that's pretty good, position 6, I want to increase that. So because it's in Excel, I can now highlight that as, right, that's one we're going to concentrate on. I also like this one, so let's concentrate on that as well. Mother Groom, that looks like a good one, I'm going to concentrate on that. So these are, good ones to maybe concentrate on search engine optimization. But I want to look for potential blog posts or social media posts. So thinking about what people might type in, what they might want to type in. If I type in like best, oh, little mistake there, highlight the actual column. If I type in best, then I can find something that people are looking for the best of. So that's something I can write a good post on. The problem is it's only got 35 impressions, 5 click-throughs, 6.2 for the average position. It's got a decent click-through rate of 14.29, but I don't know how many people are actually searching for this. So is this worth actually getting up, higher? Because this seems quite low. Well, we can actually check that. If you open up an AdWords account and you go to Tools, Keyword Planner, then down to this Get Search Volume for a list of keyword or group, paste it in there, Get Search Volume. What it will do is, as you can see, it will show you the actual year in terms of from last year to up to February. So now we know what the search volume is per month. So this is a keyword that I would say, well, since a blog post is forever online, which means that you write it once and you can link to it and many other people can link to it, this one has a good potential shelf life because it's always been searched for at certain points of the year. It's more popular, but even in the lower points, it's getting around 30 searches. So if we pull one person through using that keyword and they convert into a sale, what's that worth to you? So it's certainly worth considering. What it also will let you do is see if you want to do an AdWords campaign on it as well. So that might be worth looking at. So certainly something to consider. We can look at other keywords. So let's see what else says best. Oh, there's another one, best Mother Bride outfit. So that's kind of similar, but you could do a different type of take on it later on and use that keyword instead of the other one. Best Mother Bride dresses with jackets. So that could be a whole different topic. So let's take that and see if that actually has any decent traffic. And so, okay, so there's a couple of dead spots. But, if you're looking for something that over time will pull in maybe 1 or 2 searches, if you get up high in the search engines, that could turn into a sale. It's not always about quantity, it's about quality. So, yeah, I hope that's given you a good overview on keywords and what can be good to target. You can also think about, looking at greater than 10 and less than 20. So anything that shows up on page 2. Because again, they're so close to being on the first page that it might be worth pushing them over. And if you take the actual keyword here and then see what the actual traffic is like for it, you'll then know whether it's actually worth targeting or not. So obviously in February there's a lot more searches. February, March, April goes down, but then if you optimize and nobody else is really going for that, because it's what we call a long tail keyword, then you've got a very good chance of showing up for it. And if you're already on page 2, in this case it's like right up there, it's like number 11, so it's only 1 position away from being on the top 10. So that again could be something that you target. So I hope that's useful. Thank you very much for your time.